Hey guys, Chip here. So today I want to share with you something I've been working on for months. It's an add-on for Blender called Simple Sketch Pro. We have just finished beta testing, and the users are just as excited as I am. Here are some of the things that they are saying. As I mentioned, the product is called Simple Sketch Pro, and what it is a super easy way to create illustration and line drawings in Blender. You can literally use one button to render a whole line drawing scene in Blender. Check this out. Even though it is easy to use, it's also very configurable as well. Simple Sketch Pro has numerous presets for creating different types of line drawing renderings, including black and white, ambient occlusion clay style, blueprint drawings, lines only with transparent background, and a sketch style which looks very much like SketchUp. Each mode customizes your scene's materials, lighting, and line art for a perfect render. Not only that, but it will also work with your existing scene render settings, so you can set up your line drawing to overlay whatever render style you like. This is perfect for folks who are already working with cartoon shaders. Furthermore, you can easily toggle back and forth between any of these presets and your current scene with a simple drop-down menu. So a little background. Years ago, we created a product called Simple Sketch, which was based on the very first iterations of the line art rendering system in Blender. It was limited in scope and was freely available as a beta at our Discord. Recently, Blender 4.3 released a new version of line art based upon a grease pencil rewrite that was totally incompatible with our previous Simple Sketch beta. And over the years, Simple Sketch beta had attained quite a following. So I knew I wanted to rewrite it from scratch and add a ton of new features. With line art, as has always been the case, the lines get thinner and smaller as they go back in perspective. There's also this concept called screen space line art, and it's a mode where all lines are equal in thickness regardless of perspective. Unfortunately, in 4.3, the Blender developers removed screen space line art rendering. It was no longer a simple matter to create a rendering where all of the designated thick lines were exactly the same thickness and all the designated thin lines were exactly the same thickness. Simple Sketch Pro has reintroduced this feature as a simple checkbox. If you want all of the thin lines to be the same thickness and all the thick lines to be the same thickness, just check the box marked screen space and voila, it just works. I should also mention that Simple Sketch Pro works with animations as well. And a new set of features is the ability to toggle on and off an object's material settings. This is great for allowing you to have visible decals on objects, or maybe you just want to highlight a specific object in a scene. It also works with glass and transparent materials so you can see through them to other objects. Plus, you can toggle on and off whether or not to use line art for any specific object in your scene. And we think we've done a really good job of optimizing the workflow for large scenes with many objects. Many of you may know it can take a little bit of time for line art to render larger scenes, so we created the ability to toggle on and off viewport rendering for either the thick or thin lines. This way you can make any changes you need and only render the lines when you want to review them. So whether you're a technical illustrator, cartoon or graphic novel artist, or creating industrial and architectural design sketches, Simple Sketch Pro delivers precision and style you need. So let's take a quick walk through the product and let me show you a few of the amazing things it can do. Okay, let's get started. First, I want to talk a little bit about another product I have called ChalkStyle Pro. It's a completely different product than this, and it may be confusing to some. And let me just show you basically what it does. So if you go to ChalkStyle Pro, you can basically turn on or turn off all these things you want to show if you want to see them. But let's go to the camera view here. And if I render the ChalkStyle Pro, it takes just a few seconds. And this is what we get. With ChalkStyle Pro, you're basically getting an OpenGL rendering with all the lines and everything in it. You can go in here and there's some things you can adjust in here. You can reverse it out and there's a bunch of instructions on what you can do. Make the wireframe strength bigger so you get it thicker if you want, but it's not all that flexible. What it's really good for is just really quick image just to show people what you're working on, but it's really not for final production. So there's one real important thing to know about Simple Sketch Pro, and that is when you're in a preset, you don't want to be editing, especially adding materials, adding objects, doing anything while you're in any mode other than none, right? So it says only edit scene in none presets. You can certainly change anything in this palette in any one of these presets. It'll work correctly. But if adding materials to objects or to the scene or changing objects, you don't want to do while you're in a preset because there's no way to track these changes while you're in a preset. You need to do these in the none view. And here's where you're going to be able to add objects and change materials and all of that stuff. So that's an important concept to keep in mind. Okay, so let's go back into the Simple Sketch Pro. So really, you start right here, and the first thing you want to do is toggle the camera view. And you really need to do this because line arts only render from the viewpoint of the camera. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go into black and white real quick. And let's just change the thickness here from 3 for the thick lines, 2 for the thin lines. Thick lines are kind of outside lines, and thin lines are the inside lines. So I'm going to use 3 and 2 for right now. And now when I start moving around, you'll start to see these lines don't really make sense anymore at all. So they only get rendered from the viewpoint of the camera. So that's the reason why you really need to use this. Now, of course, once you get in here, you can go in from black and white to clay, which is an ambient occlusion. In clay, you might want to click this ray trace button, which is an EEVEE ray trace button. Or if you don't want to use EEVEE and you want to use cycles, you can click this button here. Okay, one other thing I ought to mention is that you can click on any of these materials. This is SSP white clay. So every object in this scene has this SSP white clay material assigned to it. So if I want to adjust just in all the objects once, I can just adjust this. And let me show you the different settings that we have that you can adjust. So first off, you have the distance. So the larger the distance, the larger the area. Exponent is how dark it is. So the higher the exponent, the darker it is. And then if you want to lighter, then you just bring it up. So 1.5 is what we're using right now. And then of course the color of whatever the clay rendering you're using, right? So if you want to use kind of like a brown, it might be something like this, something like that. So you can use that to get the color of it. So let's go back up here. That's clay. Blueprint. Of course, we have the same kind of thing. Here, if we want to adjust the background, we have this background color here, and we can come in here and we can adjust it, go to like purple or something like that. So that's the background color. That's what you can see coming through. You're going to want to Control-C, Control-V down here to get this to match it. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Of course, if you want to change the line color, you can do that up here as well. And then we were back to where we want lines only. Now, this is a rendering that will give you nothing but just the lines that are being shown in the scene. So this is something if you want to overlay later on with something else, you use lines only and you export as a transparent ping. Then of course, sketch style. And sketch style is something like a SketchUp render. One thing that we see is we have shadows. So if we want to adjust these shadows, what we want to do is we want to select the sun and we do RR. I type in R once and twice, RR, and then I can just rotate my mouse around and I can get an angle that I may like. Now, let's move out and let's take this sun and let's bring it down, something like this. Go back in here and you'll see now that we have the sun here. And remember, it's a directional sun, so it really doesn't matter where it is. I can move it anywhere I want to. But this little dot right here, I can also use it to control direction. The dot is it's going to snap to whatever surface that you're dragging over. Whereas if I do RR, basically allows me to go anywhere I want. And that's why I kind of prefer RR. Okay, so let's go back into our none view. And this is basically our regular camera view, but now we can see we have these lines. And I can adjust these lines and I can adjust the color and all that. And I can do a rendering straight up right from here. So I don't need to go into any of these presets if I don't want to. If I want to just work in this mode, I can. And this might be good if you're doing, like, for instance, a lot of flat colors or cartoons or something like that. This might be a good mode to consider working in. So let's talk also about some of the other things. For instance, we've got this decal here. We've got this whiteboard here with an image on it. We've got this transparent glass that's going through to see the background. And you can see that we have, this is glass and you can see through it. And this is glass and you can see through it. So I'll go back in and toggle the camera view back in here. And I'm going to go back to our clay view right here. And we'll turn show line art on. And the first thing we'll see is that we have these grids right here on this object. Now, why is that? Well, it turns out that each one of these lines represents a sharp. So there's a couple ways to fix this. One is that we just go into the modifiers. This has an auto smooth. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add the modifier smooth by angle. And I'm going to say ignore sharp. Now watch down here, down the bottom right here. If I say ignore sharp, they go away. And this object right here, that's just a display. But another way of doing it, of course, is we just tab into that display. We hit A to select everything. And then under edge, we can say clear sharp. and we tab back out, and now that's gone as well. So that's something to be aware of. Now, another thing is we can toggle the material property for that. So now we can see the material in here. So now I see that material. Now this is the glass, if you remember. Now, in this case, we're seeing a bunch of these wireframes because these are Boolean cutters. They're not going to render in the final image, but if we want to get rid of them, I can hit this button that says toggle wireframe. We'll get rid of those Boolean cutters. So I turn them back on, turn them off. So I can turn those on and off there. And there's a little button underneath there. And this is our glass dome sitting above it. Now I can go in here and say toggle material prop. Now this is going to show, this is a decal, but I don't really want this line around it. So I could also say toggle line art prop for that. And now the line won't be shown. So that's what that does. Now, this is a KitOps decal, so we can just go in here and literally just hook this up like this and drag the saturation all the way down and this down to something like that. And now we have, all dark, and the same thing with this. So I want to go in here. This is just an image mapped on there. So if I Shift A and do a color ramp, just stick it on there, it's going to get that to gray and black. I can maybe grab this black and move it up a little bit, something like that. Maybe take the white and push it down in the black to kind of give this a little bit more. And move this down. When we hit the render image button, we are going to render this image. And there's our final image. And you can see it's a nice image. It's got clay style rendering. Our transparent objects are transparent. You can see through them. Our line weights are working as we would want them to, and everything else. So let's close that off and let's go into our sketch style. And all these same settings are going to be followed in the sketch style. And if I want to, I can adjust the line color a little darker. And notice it's taking a long time. So in this case, I'm going to say, let's turn off the thick line. Let's turn off the thin line. Now let's go in here and let's adjust this a little darker. There we go, something like that. And then we can turn on the lines. And I can just render. If I just want to render with a thick line, then I'll just turn off this right also. And so I just get the thick lines there in this kind of rendering. Let's just do that and take a look. And there you see, that's what our rendering will look like. Our background strength sets dark shadows. If we hit 0, you'll see that it's going to give us a much darker shadow. So keep in mind that this right here, this number is how you adjust the darkness of the shadow, is just use this background strength, right? At any time, I can also hit transparent background. It's going to give me a cutout here in the background area as well. So now we're back in clay. And what I want to talk about now is a screen space. Now we don't have a lot of perspective in here, but let's jack this up to 5. So if we look at this, we're only showing our thick lines. And if you look at the thickness of this line and then the thickness of this line, you see there's quite a bit of difference. And that's because the thickness of lines recedes with perspective. And that's the default way that line art works in Blender. But we have this mode called screen space. Let's click on that. And now we're going to be able to adjust the lines to the exact same thicknesses the 5s are. If I turn on the 2s, it's going to be the same thing. So let's turn these off for now. And we'll do a render and you can take a look a little closer up. So again, this thickness now equals this thickness. So that's what screen space is good for. Is it gives the same line thickness throughout the render. So let's talk about resetting. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about how Simple Sketch Pro works. The first time you instantiate it, let's just go to something like clay real quick. Notice that we added 3 collections, something called SSP Line Art, SSP Line Art Overrides, SSP Line Art Remove Overrides. So let's talk about what we're doing here. In line art, we have a thick line and a thin line. So the thick line, in this case, is 30. So let's make it 20. You'll see that it changes. And the thin line, we can make it 5, and it changes. So you can see the difference between the 2 lines here. And as we go between different presets, you'll see that they stay the same. They don't change. Now, if we end up going into something like sketch style, the sun, we're going to turn the sun on. Notice that all the lights in the scene are already turned off. But if we go back to none, our preset that's none, they're back on and our sun is off. So Simple Sketch Pro does its best to try and track exactly what you're doing in the scene. And that's one of the reasons why we say, whatever you do, don't add stuff to scenes when you're in a preset. Always do it in none. You remember that we talked about toggling material props And that's what we did there. But we also toggle the line art prop. So when we toggle a line art prop, what we're doing is we're moving this object into an overrides collection. So it's taking it from wherever it was and put it in the overrides. And you're saying, well, but I wanted it in that collection. Well, there's a way to get it back. So not to worry. But if we change that collection name and we try and get it back and we can't find the collection it came from, it's going to put it in this SSP line art remove overrides. So that's going to end up here if you end up changing the collection name where it came from. So when we do a reset, I'm going to click on here, it's going to say this purges all unused data blocks in your scene. So make sure that you understand what that means. It means that anything that you're not using in your scene, this will actually purge also. So I'm going to hit OK, but then it says, please switch to none presets. We have to always go to none before we reset. So let's go here and we'll reset and we say OK. And now you see we're back to our scene. This ended up going back into the actual insert collection that it came from. So anyway, that's how you reset. It's the same exact thing as when you go under File, Clean Up, Purge Unused Data. It purges all orphaned data blocks. And that's really it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully if this is something that helps you out, jump over at Blender Market and grab yourself a copy. Thanks for watching. See you online.